So we got USA, EU, and Britain, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got Russia, China, and North Korea.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle, you've got Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that the best thing that Ukraine can do is make a deal with both? And then being the allies on this side,
Mm-hmm.
help for a deal? Because the only way to really stop the loss of life on all sides is to make a deal, right? Don't you think the most sensible thing would be to make a deal? This is over resources, no ifs or buts or maybes. This whole thing is laced in resources, fear. And what's the fear on this side? What's the fear on this side? I mean, in the beginning, right, and I know most people like here are probably going to rain down loads of shit all over my life for speaking out, but it is resources. No ifs or buts. First it was that the land was pure and it had loads of vegetables and stuff like that could be grown there and wonderful stuff like that. Really? That falls flat on its face when we look at the newspaper reports, because you've got rich lands underneath your feet if you were willing to put the effort in and dig up the soil.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you've got rich soil.
Mm-hmm.
Dig down to the Mesolithic, it's all there, rich nutrient soil.
Yeah.
And then I think this one was a bit more obvious.
Mm-hmm.
And why would there be fear on this side? Well, we don't know because we've been born into a box, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've born in Britain here, and we've all got it quite comfortable. So we never know what it's like to go without. China knows what that feels like.
Mm-hmm.
And remember the old plastic toys and McDonald's and different things like that, which made a lot of children happy. It did me when I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Then you find out that these corporations, yes, they gave some money over to China to work and build these things. It was a very little amount of money, but even still, China with a very little managed to do a lot. And that comes from the truest testament of America, really.
Mm-hmm.
They gave CCD capable making technologies, and some would argue that it was because it was cheap labor. Oh. And at the same time, you could argue that it was out of the goodness of their hearts in order to liberate and build up a nation such as China. And this being their ally, closest neighbor, is Russia.
Okay.
So that prosperity has, and that really good way of using the money in such a great way that it managed to liberate a lot of people.
Yeah.
Now, that you could argue that there's fear, and it ain't weakness, it's just being obvious, that what if that was us? What if that was the other way around? And what would you start thinking about? If you don't have resources, what can you build? Where's your positioning on the platform of the world? What do you have to offer? If you've got nothing to offer, then what? What, you start going backwards? You go back into the times of what was? That's got to generate some level of fear. And then, where is your positioning in that? And then, in the middle, we could argue and say, where's your heart? If this falls out into one full-scale war, no one is going to share the resources. Winner takes all, and then painstakingly, back-breaking, build back up again. And in today's world, there's what is not known in their capabilities on one side. Some of it's been seen, some of it hasn't. Some of it's been seen, some of it hasn't. Do you really think that there's going to be much survival on both sides? Near enough equal amount of destruction, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is why it is important, and I think that Trump, in position of power right now, make a deal, deal. If both sides can come together to make a deal, and Ukraine is prosperous in this side is prosperous, and this side is prosperous, and this side is prosperous, what do you not lose? We often look at this, it's going to be one of these walk in the parks because we take a look back at all of the old battles and old German Nazi occupying and we took... It's not like that anymore. Technologies have moved. You know, we look at this planet like it's ours, a nationalistic approach, that it's our world and it's our nation and it's our this and it's our that. What a load of bullshit. It isn't. Because if it was that way, then trust me when I say it, you would have individuals over there on one planet and they're all your resources, and then you'd have ones over there, they're all your resources, and some over there. I think the main word that comes out in here is share it. But we can't find a deal. How difficult is it to go 50-50? And for Ukraine, the leader there, listen to what is good for you. And if that is going both ways, then fucking take it. Take it. That's a great opportunity. Ally and all that gets thrown around quite a lot, really, doesn't it? How do you ever know if anyone's ever really thrown straight dice with you? This is a very greedy situation, and there has been deals been offered on the other side. There's negotiation needs to take place that has got to be realistic. Less of this finger pointing, we're going to put you in prison and you're going to go in prison and this is going to happen and that's going to happen. Because quite frankly, no, it won't. No, it will not. Not on either side is that going to happen. No, there's going to be a high death toll from this. Businesses out there, you're going to suffer if this rocks and rolls. Newspaper reports, you are going to suffer if this rocks and rolls. On all sides, this is not a great position to be in. Finding a deal. What is so hard about sharing? One side is going to build one thing with it. Beautiful. The other side is going to build something else with it. You know what? You, the consumer, what would you rather have? One supermarket, just one supermarket on the world? Because I can tell you what, if there was just one supermarket, what happens when the prices hike? You suffer. When you have a variety of resources and options at your, let's say, leisure, we often sit there, and everyone here in Britain should learn that when we left the EU, and no more of this food, which, yeah, British food would be wonderful, wouldn't it? You would think because it's cheaper, because it's closer, it doesn't have to travel. And yet now we find the EU food was far cheaper. And what have all the supermarkets here done? They got greedy, upped all of the prices. Why do you think that is? Well, do you have any alternate? Are the farmers getting this pay? No. CEOs in shops and supermarkets, they're all getting it. Are they getting their feel? Yes, they are. There you are. And which one of you is losing out? The everyday people. Who are breaking your backs to even bring home a minimum wage, barely afford to get a dentist. That's all been collapsed around you, look at that. And then what happens to dentistries? Come here in Norfolk and you'll find out. Prices go up. Private, and then there's only private.
Yeah.
They know. They'll rig it so that they up the price, because at the end of the day, you're desperate for it. What happens if you have private vets everywhere? Look how expensive it is. That's without an alternate.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled into this war thinking that it's fucking ally this and protect that and do this and do... No, it's bullshit. It's suicide is what it is. On both sides, it's suicide. That's what it is. As much as I love what's going on with differences here, and in each and every single nation has its beautiful point. Every single one of them do. I love that. When we've got variety, we have options.
Yeah.
When you have options, you are pulling people out of poverty everywhere if we share. if this works, where people on both sides can come to a fucking good deal with one another, and it's got to work for Ukraine as well. You know, we all believe that it's our nation, our nation, our nation. We're sharing a frickin' planet.
Yeah.
This should be entitled to everybody on the planet. But yet greed, nationalistic, all of this approach leads us to think in a very narrow field, and that becomes expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I think people wake up to this sort of stuff, and I think they already are.
Yeah.
And then what? We have to drag all of our soldiers in, every single one. Well, they're killing this. Yes, and you're killing that.
Yeah.
Look at the children here. No, I look at the children here.
Mm-hmm.
I look at the kids here.
Mm-hmm.
And I also look at the kids here.
Yeah.
Ain't one of these kids any different to the other? Just because what? They have a different language, they're on a different part of the planet. When you look at the world as one,
Mm-hmm.
you begin to respect life. When you begin to respect life, you begin to respect other children.
Mm-hmm.
Why, if we take over all of this, should these children go without?
Mm-hmm.
That's not acceptable. That should never be allowed. We're all educated, apparently. Some of us have been to private schools and shit. Well, then, are you going to start showing it? You're going to start showing us what all that money and that difference is paying off for? We're educated to be able to come to the table and be able to talk, but they don't want to talk. Well, it depends on what sort of deal is being offered to them behind closed doors, because no one can see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This one has been very transparent, and that we give credit for. Ukraine is in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck me, I don't even know if some days they know their arsehole from their elbow in this situation, because they're being pulled in multiple directions. So confusing. You would think that if you had all of these resources at your leisure, think about it, you being the individual there, wouldn't you give to both? Wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
For prosperity to be everywhere, creativity, more options means more choice. More choice means competitive market. Competitive market means, whoo, if you've got a little bit of cash and someone over here is offering it, same thing, but it's just cheaper, different box, different wrapping and all the rest of it. Okay then. When you got people that are pretty damn fucking rich,
Yeah.
they just want everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not everyone, but most. When you've got that mindset,
Yeah.
mine, it's
Yeah.
mine, they're my workers, my house, my
Yeah.
Ferraris, my mansion, my this.
Yeah.
I need like 50 rooms even though I'm only one person.
Mm-hmm.
When you got that mindset and they dominate everything, they've got money to buy newspaper reports, scientists, come on. And then we start buying this stuff as well, you know? Rich get richer. Here's a newspaper. Look, this newspaper said this. Yeah, yeah, okay. Great shit paper. Well, what do you mean? Look at the... No, I don't need to look at the information on there. Half of it is bullshit. If I have money, can I go up to a paper somewhere? Can I buy a story? Can I buy the front page? Yes, I can. Can I put news articles in a paper?
Yeah.
Can I put adverts on the internet if I'm fucking rich?
Yeah.
I can do as many as I want, can't I?
Mm-hmm.
Can I affect your narrative with those? Well, that person's educated. Yeah. Tell me about it. That's education.
You will pay someone to write your article based on what you want on the article.
No, I look at both sides.
Yeah.
And it gets me when it's kids. But they're doing this. No, we made a bomb that can explode its radius. No one's going to get hurt. Oh, come on. Controlled explosions. The explosion only targets the baddies. Oh, please. What, in German war and with Britain and America, did innocent children get knocked in that?
Yeah. Who are baddies anyway?
Who gives a shit when it's all rocking and rolling?
Yeah. Some of those bombs are still found.
Yeah, and still maining kids to this day.
Yeah.
What happens when there are landmines over in different nations that Princess Diana was going and removing? How many kids got fucking harmed in that?
Yeah.
Who put those bombs there?
Yeah. Takes decades to clean one field.
Who put those bombs there? Diana was pissed, and rightly so. So, do you want to put that one in your newspapers? Shall we keep reporting about it, or have we all gone hush on that one now? Because of shadow banning and let's hide the truth and let's hide this and let's hide that, because it's all about allies and we care about children. Cap children here. Children can't get access to dentists, but it's okay. They're our allies.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? And even your closest allies, your closest children, you couldn't give a shit about, but yet we gotta care about people in faraway lands? You care more about that than this? Really? By and large, the ones that paid into the pot? No. These ones? Yes.
Yeah.
And this money that is supposed to be preserving life is going to be going into destroying life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't remember my grandfather ever telling me that about the taxes. He told me they were to do good.
Yeah.
I'm happy I paid it now. Well, why is that? Well, because you're getting looked after. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. Hey, Grandpa, you know Lady Justice, yeah? Just borrow her blindfold for this one. And why can't we look at both sides? And then what? You're a traitor. I am not a traitor. You trait your own people. That's what that is. You shit on your own people. For what? Because we can't be amicable? We can't find a deal?
Because we have to go to war over some country at the end of Europe somewhere. Yeah.
Deep within my waters, I hope that there is something come from the leader of the free world to create this deal that works for both parties and therefore all of us, every single one of us. If there is a deal that works for both sides, that doesn't let anyone here fall down, and doesn't let anyone here fall down, and most certainly doesn't let anyone there fall down. Who started what? Oh, come on. If we were in that situation, we'd do the exact damn fucking thing. We might not have done it exactly the same, but there would have been something. We got to walk in other people's shoes.
Yeah.
Well, it ain't like that. It ain't like that. Yeah, okay, sure. When I start believing you, that will be a fucking day. And then if people are speaking the truth, are you shadow banning newspapers? Oh no, newspapers are free to report whatever they like. Just if you're on Facebook, you're not allowed. If you're on YouTube, you're not allowed. Well, what's the difference? Well, because them. So what's the difference with an everyday person not making any money off of anything, speaking truth is shadow banned, but people that are making tons of money, not so much as shadow banned?
Yeah.
Or are they?
Maybe they are.
Freedom of press. Well, then my whole YouTube is freedom of press, then.
Yeah.
Oh, but they got to get it right, though, or if not, yeah, they just put a little tiny disclaimer in the newspaper for a few days online and then remove it. Have you ever noticed that there's a difference between the press online and the newspapers in a shop? Name me any one of those stories you see there being displayed over here. And then why the difference? And man, they find news, don't they?
Yeah.
You're like magnets to negativity.
Yeah.
And then who the hell is telling the truth? One saying this, one saying that, one saying this, one saying this, and then you find out they come from the same individuals. Well, that is fucking weird. But we're not hypocrites. None of us are hypocrites. I think you are. If you've got like 4 different papers saying 4 different things, well, I guess, you know, one of the stories has got to be right, hasn't it? Probably not. Finding a deal. Doesn't it work for everybody? Both sides. These are apparently your enemies. Are they? Are they? Are we really enemies? For real?
Yeah, for resources. They want them. You want these, they want these. Oh my God, you have to give them some.
No, I don't think these are my enemies.
That's what they think. The leaders.
Potential to be future allies. Buying more products, selling more products. You know, everyone loves consumerism. I'm not sure it's really working with the planet.
No, it's not.
If this deal gets made, what do you think happens if we start getting resources from space? This just makes the step a little bit more easier, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Who's got a lot to lose in that? Well, corporations. They just don't want £1 million in a bank account. No, they want trillions.
Yeah, they want trillions now, yeah.
And they will take it from your fucking mouth, your kids' mouths.
Yeah.
They give you the worst wages ever, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? Well, because we got to make more money than you.
And make you run like ferrets.
Yeah. Because when you're gone, someone else, we can find someone else.
Yeah.
If we got robots lined up, you know, we care about you. Greed.
Yeah, hopefully there will be no blackouts like recently was in Czech Republic blackout. And before that was in France, I believe.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
So then does that mean if I start creating something and making something in the world, I'm not allowed to sell it to these? I have to just pull our asses out the fire, but I'm not allowed to sell it over there. Is that why they run ahead, take my ideas and run ahead, just in case I start giving this to everybody? Is that why they shut everything down? Because it was about everyone? Seems like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It seems like most of these greedy people that have already got a lot wanted to take this, take this, take this, take this. Look, it's ours, it's mine, it's this, it's that. Look, we did it.
Yeah.
Don't look at him.
Yeah.
He'll just give it to everybody. We can't have that. Is this what it's all about? And then come the distractions as well, you know? Come on. Fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
That's how you treat your own.
Yeah. That's what they do.
And others are supposed to believe this is not how you're going to treat them. Really? This is how you treat kids here.
Yeah.
No other way the council behave. This is how you treat children.
Yeah. Everyone, not just children.
Yeah,
Everyone.
yeah, it's more than one, I'm sure. This is how you treat people. This is how you treat kids. Oh, and now I'm supposed to believe that you are doing this out of the beautifulness of your heart, please.
Beautifulness.
And then what? Because of certain leaders, when they were all dragged into a battle. Whilst they harp on and educate us to sort out our differences and come to a deal, shake each other's hands, make peace with your enemies. We don't have enemies, we don't have bullying, we don't have this. But get on the world stage and it's like you walk through a fucking switcheroony machine, don't you? As soon as you get there, you're allowed to be the biggest bastard you want. Whilst harping on about fucking Nazi Germany and this, that and the other. Gotta be a dictator. I've done the same thing myself. Oh, not that bit. Slippery slope, isn't it? Kids are kids.
Yeah.
And then we talk about equality.
Mm-hmm.
And they harp on about equality, right?
Yeah.
So I'm only supposed to focus on certain kids then. Forget these ones, but let's just look at these ones.
Mm.
That's equality?
No.
Bloody hell. We can't do nothing about the human rights. That's why we have to let prisoners do whatever they want. Human rights this, human rights that, human rights this, comes to a war, no human rights, forget it, equality, fucking what's that? Don't call these people bad names, don't discriminate over there, don't do this. But your enemies? Oh, how about it? Well done, pecking order. Well done. Prosperity. Prosperity is what is needed. Not destruction and saving people's lives everywhere. Not just in one area. Do you know what? If they didn't have bunkers, if they had no bunkers, and everyone was like, fuck it, we're done, we're finished. We go and get your bunkers and we go and break them all down. And we stop you all from running. What do you think you'd do? Now get to the fucking table. Yes, of course. Yeah, because when it's you lot staring death in the face, isn't it amazing how that fear makes you change? Terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we'll start the problem and then we run away. We'll hide in our bunker. Okay, it's all over. Let's reseed the nation. Oh wait, now we've got no one. Oh, fuck. Cowards. That is just nothing but cowardice, that is.
Yeah, it is.
Whatever happened to the old ways? Anyway, I'm going to leave this one here, but fucking hell. If it's there.
They can agree on it.
If they can all agree on it, it would be a very, very turning point in the evolution of humanity, wouldn't it? But it's going to take a lot of individuals to work together, and my word, there's going to be a freaking ruffle of feathers down the dynamics, but strength, isn't it? Yeah, I'd work for a deal. I'd push for a deal that works all round. Well, we can't find a deal. We'll have 50-50 it then. What's wrong with that? You know, pie chart, you know, council will be good at this. They'd be able to get you a pie chart, tell you where all your taxes go. Why don't you do the same thing? Hey, council, I've got a job for you. You ever been good at being peacemakers? You know, you could mediate it, couldn't you? Send them a pie chart on like several stacks of paper. You're good at that.
Yeah.
You've had years of practice.
Yeah.
Have a go. See what you can do. That is government, isn't it? Yeah, the whole pie chart thing. You know, we're going to do this, do this, do this.
Yeah.
What about making a deal like that then? Or is this one, because it's a forced deal, it's easier to do, but one that isn't got much force, it just falls apart. Yeah, I'll leave this one here.
Mhm.
Yeah.